All right, welcome to our first day of 31 Days of Horror, which is the challenge that's being put on by Reddit and that we're going to be a part of because we just love horror movies, especially good horror movies. And so every day we'll be presenting a video with our opinions and talking about these movies and what we think about them and want to hear about what you guys think about them as well. So this could be some awesome recommendations to you guys. If you guys want to recommend some movies to us, we're going to have a regular chat about the film. We'll have a little spoiler section, and then we'll have our rating. And that's the plan. So to start things off, we're going to be talking about Suspiria. And man, what an awesome film. So in Suspiria, it tells the story of Susie, who is joining a ballerina academy all the way out in Germany. And the more time she spends out there, sinister and supernatural things start happening, and people start dying. Ooh.
So the thing I loved most about this movie, how vivid and vibrant it was.
Oh, it was beautiful to look at. Everything from the sceneries. I've never seen death be more beautiful. That sounds really lame to say, but it's just so true. The opening death sequence and that scene where you see the girl running through the woods and she is in the window and when she walks into that new hotel and this is how vibrant it looks. It's just awesome. You see that stained glass window and you just know it's going to be utilized somehow. And I have to give credit to the director. The director is Dario Argentino. That's saying his name right. He is an Italian director who actually has also 2 more films that are sequels to this, but they really don't sell a lot more information about what happened in this film. But it's just good to know. This guy is definitely a master craft at making these type of films because the color palette from the red rooms to the blue rooms to the green rooms, sometimes it's a little confusing because I'm like, why is the lights off and it's green? But it's
blue.
It's very cool to look at, and the way it's shot is what makes this film great.
It's very unique.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it was, but the main character, Susie, who was played by Jessica Harper, she looked a lot like Khaleesi in Game of Thrones. I don't know what it was.
When she's riding in the car, yeah, you said that. I was like, I totally.
I mentioned it 5 times.
Yeah. But I thought she did a great job with this film. I thought she was a solid lead. I thought her friend Sarah was pretty good helping her solve the mystery of what was happening. I thought that the dance instructors and the ballerina instructors, whatever, and the people that ran it, I thought they were very one note and didn't have a lot of a fleshed out personality. Now we're going to enter our spoiler talk section of the review. I will put the time frame of when we'll be jumping ahead, so just click that if you want to not see the spoilers for this movie. So let's talk about the deaths, because they are probably the coolest part of this movie, and they're so grisly and gnarly looking and just so unique. What was your favorite death?
The first death, I think her name was Pat, and she was leaving as soon as Susie was getting there.
Yeah.
She was really frantic and
so yeah, you're talking about the one in the hotel, yeah.
Yeah. So that was my favorite death scene because the blood.
Yeah.
Usually the blood is really like a bright red or crimson color, but in this it's like
neon looking kind of.
A neon pink,
yeah.
Which was this same pigment as the wall color. So that was really cool. Interesting. I love that.
It was just such a shock value because when that body it was awesome, dude.
When she was hanging from the rope.
I thought that I did like Sarah's death. I thought that it was kind of cool that it was so slow paced when she's trying to escape in that window.
The whole time I'm wondering, why is she taking so long to stack some boxes up and get through this window, and then all of a sudden she's covered in barbed wire.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal to look at. I'm watching it and I was like, ah. And that leads to the coolest scene and probably the biggest scare of the film for me was when Susie's lurking through the hallways in the secret passage, and then she finds the old witch in the room sleeping, and then Sarah comes back to life, reanimated with all the pincushions in her, and comes to attack.
That freaked me out.
That was brutal. That was
scary.
The most terrifying moment of this film, and that was one of something that'll stick with me because just the colorization and how it looked and it was filmed was really good. I thought it was kind of a little cheapy when the main witch was kind of visible, and that's how she stabbed her. And
yeah, and then she's like the typical witch.
Yeah,
like the big
same.
nose, wrinkly.
So
old.
there was nothing special. When you're that artistic and creative, I thought that the main antagonist that is like talked about the whole time, when you finally meet her, she could have looked a little cooler.
Yeah.
But the whole house coming down and blowing up and her escaping
And
watching
smirking while she's leaving.
So see, and as I say, it was so cool watching the whole place just get dismantled. Now, the ending, I felt it was so abrupt and I was semi-cheated. That's the only thing I had to say about it, is that it was just kind of like, she leaves, literally she walks like 20 steps away from the building and then she smiles and then it's over. So, alright. This is the end of the spoiler talk. Now we're going to talk about our ratings. So for this film, I thought that, yes, the plot wasn't that strong. I thought the acting was pretty solid from our main lead. What makes this movie so worth watching, we didn't even mention, was the score. The score to this film is so unique and special. And it kind of even provides plot details into the music. When it says one word, you have to look out for it. Well, actually more, listen for it, because it is very unique. And I felt we probably should have talked about that first, because the score is so special for this film. It'll stick with you. You'll hear it nonstop in this movie.
Not to mention that theme song.
Yeah, I'm saying that's awesome. So, for the score, for the deaths, for the way it's shot and how it looks in the sets and sceneries, I'm going to give this 8 out of 10 reels.
So I really did enjoy this movie, but I felt that the plot was too slow for me at certain points. But
I agree.
I loved it. I loved how colorful it was. For that, I'm just going to give this 7 out of 10 reels.
And that's totally an understandable point. I mean, this is a beautiful movie to look at. Now, guys, let us know what you guys think of this movie. We'd love to hear it down below. And let us know if the sequels are worth watching, because I'll definitely check them out if you guys say they are. And this has been our take on Suspiria.
And if you like this video, please like and subscribe down below.
And let you know, we'll have plenty of reviews coming your way, especially during this 31 Days of Horror. So keep on checking back. We'll have reviews every single day this month. And this is The Real Report. Thanks for watching.